the second feature of the week, which is the Galway hurdle. It's on Thursday week, and we'll talk about last year in a couple of moments, but let's go back to 2013 when you had your first winner of this prestigious race and you rode Miss United for Michael Winters. And I think the ride came about because Barry Geraghty, your good friend and fellow Wayroom colleague who's just retired, he turned down the ride on Miss United and he went for the favourite, Ted Veal. That turned out to be quite lucky for you.
Yeah, exactly. Barry opted to ride Ted Veal, and I got the ride on Miss United at the last minute. My agent rang me the morning of declarations and said, the ride is going on Miss United. Do you want to ride her? Sure, of course, definitely. She was a great ride. And I'll never forget that day as well, because I think it was the wettest day I've ever been in Galway at the races. It absolutely bucketed down with rain from, I think, the middle of the night, the whole way through the next morning, just before the races. It kept raining all day, never stopped. The ground was absolutely bottomless. And that all played to Miss United's strengths. She was all about stamina. She handled all sorts of ground, and probably, unfortunately for Barry, went against Ted Veal. So the heavens opened, and it was great. I'll never forget that reception coming back into the parade ring either. There was great eruptions in the parade ring after. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I've never ever seen a bigger crowd of people in the parade ring, in the Team in the Rain, cheering you in. And of course, Michael Winters is one of racing's great characters. And switch it back to 12 months ago, another very, very popular win when you rode Tudor City for Tony Martin and owner John Breslin. There were some serious scenes of celebration. It was a totally different day 12 months ago. The sun was shining. You produced him very late just to see a gap. I think you came between a couple of horses at the last hurdle. He pinged it and then he sprinted away. But it was a great victory for yourself on the day.
Yeah, I suppose two contrasting ways of winning the Galway hurdle. Miss United was ridden very prominently, and Tudor City was the complete opposite. He was a hold-up horse and riding for a bit of luck. They didn't go that quick in the race, but he had a horse with an awful lot of pace, and when the gaps opened, he was able to fill them. And luckily enough, a gap opened for me between Drew Reward and Joseph O'Brien's horse on the outside after the last, and he was quick enough to get through the gap. Just in the nick of time, we got there, and I think I won by about a neck. But fantastic, and I think Tony Martin's won 3 of the last 5 Galway hurdles. He's a fantastic record in the race. And John Breslin as well is his second win in the race.